Wait a minute, I have seen that rune before. Welcome back to Epic Screen, and today we are diving headfirst into a frame-by-frame breakdown of the long-awaited Avengers Doomsday trailer. From Robert Downey Jr.'s surprising Latvian accent as Dr. Doom, to the Avengers teaming up with, and literally fighting, the X-Men. This trailer is turning our wild multiversal crossover dreams into reality. There's so much packed into this footage. It has been living rent-free in my head ever since I saw an early preview version back in April, but now that we can freeze every frame and examine every hidden detail, I cannot believe how much Marvel snuck past us on first viewing. There is even a brand new shot of Loki holding a TVA ID badge that I could easily talk about for an entire hour. So strap in, because in this breakdown we are going to cover absolutely everything you might have missed in the Avengers Doomsday trailer. Let's start right at the beginning. The trailer opens with a shot of the metal placard outside the iconic mansion. Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, 1407 Graymalkin Lane, Salem Center, Westchester County, New York. That is the exact address of the X-Mansion from the original Fox X-Men film series. The last time we saw these specific Fox-era X-Men in their original continuity was back in 2014's X-Men Days of Future Past. In that movie, Wolverine sent his consciousness back to 1973 to rewrite an apocalyptic future, succeeding in waking up in a peaceful 2024 where Cyclops, John Gray, and Charles Xavier were all alive again. That specific X-Men timeline carries the official numerical designation of Earth 10,005. Since then, Deadpool and Wolverine confirmed that Wade Wilson's home universe is that exact same Earth 10,005 reality, and that the original Logan was its anchor being. An anchor being, as Hunter B-15 explained, is an individual whose death initiates the slow decay of their entire universe. Deadpool and Wolverine ended with Wade fetching a variant Wolverine to stabilize Earth 10,005, making it healthy once more. But now, Earth 10,005 is officially one of 3 distinct universes on a collision course in an incursion event. We have Earth 616, Earth 10005, and Earth 828, which is the retro-futuristic universe of the Fantastic Four. We do not know yet if anchor beings will be the primary driver of Doomsday, nor do we know if Hugh Jackman's Wolverine will join this specific fight, but somewhere among these surviving X-Men, a variant of Wolverine is active. And then we hear the voiceover. Robert Downey Jr. speaks as Dr. Victor Von Doom, warning us that something is coming, something they may not be able to deter. And before this day is done, they will be faced with an unthinkable decision. This is Downey's official take on a Latvian accent. Latveria is a fictional Eastern European nation, and historically, voice actors like Paul Dobson or Maurice LaMarche have given Doom a classic, deep Eastern European or Romanian tone. Interestingly enough, Sebastian Stan is fluent in Romanian, so I wonder if Downey consulted with him while crafting the voice. In Marvel lore, Victor Von Doom is widely considered the ultimate comic book villain. Initially an enemy to the Fantastic Four and a former college rival to Reed Richards, Doom overthrew the cruel dictator Vladimir Fortunov to become the undisputed ruler of Latveria, mastering both high technology and dark sorcery inside his fortress, Castle Doomstadt. The lore references surrounding his backstory are fascinating. For instance, traditional Latvian holidays like the Reconciliation celebrate the memory of Doom's mother, Cynthia Von Doom. In classic comic retcons, Doom lost his mother to a dark deal with Mephisto, and his lifelong obsession with combining science and magic was initially motivated by a quest to rescue her soul from the underworld. We know that director duo Joe and Anthony Russo, along with Marvel Studios, are adapting elements from Jonathan Hickman's celebrated comic run, Time Runs Out, which led directly into the 2015 Secret Wars event. In that storyline, Doom undertakes a multiversal mission to locate molecule men across realities in an attempt to prevent catastrophic incursions. Masquerading under the pseudonym Rabum Alal, Doom eventually absorbs the powers of the Beyonders, reshaping the remnants of destroyed realities into a patchwork world known as Battleworld, where he rules supreme as God Emperor Doom. Marvel subtly teased this exact outcome by placing Secret Wars issue number 5 directly inside Deadpool and Wolverine. Joe Russo previously described Dr. Doom as the greatest Marvel villain of all time, noting that he is even more complex and dangerous than Thanos because he is simultaneously a genius scientist, technologist, master magician, and brilliant strategist who is always 3 moves ahead. Calling Doom a genius technologist and master strategist immediately echoes Tony Stark's iconic description of himself as a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Victor Von Doom is essentially an alternate reality's dark reflection of Tony Stark, born into different circumstances, carrying a different name, but operating with the same fundamental drive. When Downey took the stage at Comic-Con, he summed it up as new mask, same task, and that task traces back to Tony Stark's vision in Avengers Age of Ultron, a suit of armor around the world. When Doom speaks in the trailer about an unthinkable decision, it carries the weight of someone trying to justify a terrible sacrifice for what he believes is the greater good. In recent casting news, British actress Matilda Firth was brought on as a young girl, leading fans to speculate whether she might play a variant of Morgan Stark or perhaps Doom's own daughter. On Father's Day, Downey posted stylized artwork hinting at Doom having a child. In the trailer, a breathtaking shot inside Doomstat displays a massive tapestry showing Doom gazing up at a mother and child figure surrounded by heavenly light above a shielded Earth. Whether this represents his lost mother Cynthia, a deceased wife, or a variant daughter like Valeria from alternate comic timelines, Doom's motivation seems heavily anchored in protecting his vision of a family and a unified Earth. We also get our first look at the official Latvian flag sigil for the movie, which differs slightly from the heraldry seen in Fantastic Four First Steps, suggesting a political shift or a post-coup regime change back in Latveria. Shortly after, we cut to Professor Charles Xavier sitting in his wheelchair inside the X-Mansion, shielding his eyes from an unnatural glow in the sky. Looking through the window, you can see the fiery rift of an incursion opening directly in the atmosphere. As Reed Richards explained in Multiverse of Madness, an incursion occurs when the boundaries between two or more universes collapse, sending their Earths into a collision course that threatens to eradicate one or both realities. In the background of several shots featuring the X-Mansion and Avengers Tower, the sky displays a distinct red-orange hue, a direct visual homage to the red skies that signified incoming incursions in Jonathan Hickman's Avengers comics. When Doom appears in full armor, kneeling outdoors amidst broken classic statues and shattered satellite dishes near the X-Mansion grounds, he wears his signature green hooded cloak secured by circular golden clasps. That circular clasp appears to function as a focal point for magical runic protection over his armor, which explains why his suit is capable of deflecting high-powered attacks like Thor's Stormbreaker later in the trailer. Looking closely at the lighting around him, you can spot double red light reflections, hinting that two alternate Earths are visible simultaneously in the sky above. Back in New York, we see the newly renovated Avengers Tower, formerly being converted into the Sentinel Watchtower by Val, 14 months after the events of Thunderbolts. The top of the building features extended antenna structures designed to monitor orbital anomalies. Inside the penthouse, the Fantastic Four arrive alongside Thor. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm join a massive assembly of heroes, including Sam Wilson's Captain America, Bucky Barnes, Scott Lang, Yelena Belova, Red Guardian, John Walker, Ghost, and Bob Reynolds, also known as Sentry. Reed activates a holographic display showing 3 blue spheres connected at their magnetic cores, illustrating how Earth 616, Earth 10005, and Earth 828 are pulling into one another. Beneath the diagram, a multiversal countdown clock ticks down to total atmospheric collapse. This meeting represents a desperate alliance between the MCU, the X-Men's timeline, and the Fantastic Four's home world. While the heroes discuss the mechanics of the incursion, there is an underlying question of what triggered it. Could it be the cumulative impact of multiversal tampering, from the Avengers time heist in Endgame to Doctor Strange's spell in No Way Home? Wanda's dreamwalking, the dimensional tear created in the Marvels, or Loki transforming the dying timeline branches into a living multiversal tree. Over these scenes, Thor delivers a grounded, somber speech. He speaks of legendary warriors he has fought beside who were far stronger than anyone in the room, yet died facing threats far less terrifying than this one. He commands the room to set aside their petty rivalries, warning them that unless they stand united as brothers and sisters, they will not survive without a miracle. Hemsworth's delivery here is dark, heavy, and reminiscent of Odin's commanding tone from the original Thor film. His words honor the memory of lost comrades like Iron Man, Black Widow, Heimdall, Loki, Vision, and Gamora, while the visible facial scar from Ragnarok Ragnarok serves as a reminder of past apocalyptic battles. The trailer then shifts to the Mesoamerican throne room of Namor in Talokan, where Shuri and M'Baku stand surrounded by Wakandan and Talokanil warriors. Oddly enough, this underwater throne room is shown above water on an exposed seabed, with a massive wall of held-back ocean water surrounding the area. Members of the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, including Bucky, Walker, Sue, and Ben, are present on the dry ocean floor. This strange phenomenon suggests that portions of Earth 616 are actively being ripped away and deposited into the void or assembled directly onto the emerging surface of Battleworld. Navigating heavy multiversal stress and complex life situations can be overwhelming, whether you are trying to balance personal goals or work through everyday challenges. Taking care of your mental well-being is just as important as anything else. If you have been looking for a convenient way to connect with a licensed professional, our sponsor BetterHelp makes starting therapy simple and accessible. By completing a brief assessment, BetterHelp matches you with a qualified therapist tailored to your needs, allowing you to communicate via text, phone, or video sessions from the comfort of home. You can easily switch therapists at any time without extra fees. If you want to give it a try, head to betterhelp.com/epicscreen or click the link in the description to receive 10% off your first month. Returning to the trailer, Thor descends in a flash of lightning onto a devastated battlefield scattered with destroyed Sentinel parts, charging Stormbreaker as he prepares to confront Dr. Doom. Inside the X-Mansion, an explosion destroys the central wooden staircase, followed by Cyclops stepping forward in his comic-accurate blue and yellow costume with his ruby quartz visor glowing. On the upper balcony, a high-stakes duel breaks out between Channing Tatum's Gambit and Simu Liu's Shang-Chi, with Gambit swinging his kinetic energy staff against Shang-Chi's glowing 10 rings. Reports indicate additional matchups take place within the mansion, including an encounter between Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards, Alan Cummings' Nightcrawler, and Kelsey Grammer's Beast. The conflict likely stems from the 616 heroes attempting to reach Cerebro to locate key multiversal figures or stabilize the dimensional tear, while the X-Men defend their home from perceived invaders. Kevin Feige noted how emotional it was to step back onto classic X-Men sets 26 years after working as an associate producer on the original 2000 X-Men film. One of the most intriguing shots features Loki dressed in his TVA analyst jacket from season 1. A close-up shows a hand holding his TVA identification card. On the reverse side of the card, the standard TVA logo has been updated with the image of Yggdrasil, the multiversal tree that Loki holds together at the center of time. Furthermore, eagle-eyed viewers noticed a wedding ring on the hand holding the card, sparking intense theories that this scene involves a variant or a returned Steve Rogers working alongside the TVA to navigate the crisis. As the trailer draws to a close, Dr. Doom demonstrates his terrifying power level by effortlessly stopping Thor's full-force blow from Stormbreaker with just 2 fingers, establishing him as an immediate, cosmic-level threat. The final moments hint at unprecedented team-ups and massive sacrifices ahead as these 3 worlds crash together. That wraps up our full frame-by-frame breakdown of the Avengers Doomsday trailer here on Epic Screen. What was the most mind-blowing detail you spotted in the footage? Do you think Dr. Doom is trying to save the multiverse in his own twisted way, or is he looking to conquer it all? Sound off with all your theories in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Epic Screen, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest Marvel deep dives and trailer breakdowns. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.